Okay, y'all, welcome back to another Tower of Fantasy guide video. Today we're going to be talking about resonances and team building. Now, what are resonances? You unlock resonances once you hit level 19, I think, because everything was held off the day before. I would already had this video would have already been out, but resonances are these little extra buffs slash side passives you get for running different combinations of characters. As you can tell right now, I have the attack resonance activated because I have two DPS type weapons, and you can see the buff they give me. They increases my damage by 10%, and in team play co-op, I'm assuming, is it further increased by 40%. That's really good. That's a really good buff, and that's why team building is so important, because you do get major buffs in your playstyle, completely change in your role changes in multiplayer or co-op, rather, depends on what you're doing. So we have 4 different types of resonances. We have Fortitude, Tank, Balanced, which is just one of everything. You also get buffs for having one of everything for the people who want to have diversified classes or just kits or teams rather. And then we have the healer one. We also have the healer resonance. Now, y'all can read all of these. I don't have to read them all. You get extra stat bonuses. Pause the video to read. And these are basically the resonances, right? Now, team building wise, right? Let's say I have first off, right? I have King. I got lucky enough to get King, and King is a shield breaker, meaning he melts people's shield. He melts shields so goddamn fast. And I also have this dual pistol lady who's a full DPS. Now, King is also a DPS, right? He's a DPS card, as you can tell from the little symbols right here. He's a fire DPS card. But she does extremely crazy damage against people who've had their shields broken. So she is going to be my main DPS. I run up, break the shields with King, swap to her, and just melt them completely. Now, I also do have a healer on the back end of this team, because if I wouldn't get an extra buff if I had another attacker, and I wouldn't, like, having a shield character is just another shield breaker, and I already have King for that. Shield characters they obviously give you damage reduction, but you need 2 or more to have the damage reduction enabled. So when you look at resonances, they could really change how you build your team. And mine is attack oriented, as you can tell. Like I said, I have her for the heals, just for the back line. Now, in my case, right, my best in slot for my 3rd spot would be her right here. Nemesis would be my best in slot 3rd, because she's a healer and she's lightning, and she works really well with the dual pistol lady right here. My bad, I don't know all the character names. I'm just, trying to spread knowledge as I gain it. But that would be my best in slot. Now, the way to determine how your team building will work, right? We can go over, or the suggestions I can give you for your team building. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is going to be getting a free 5-star, basically. Now, we're going to be going over what 5-star I think you should get, or what you should do based off of 5 stars you already get. Because in the golden summons, once you hit 30, you're guaranteed a 5-star. Now, let's switch over to a website now, so I can further explain this. Okay, now here, right, this is just for characters, right? Now, since everyone's going to get a guaranteed 5-star on their 3rd multi of gold, I'm gonna be basing this video off of 5 stars. I won't even include SRs and you should build your team around them. I mean, you can, right? But I feel it would be much better if you definitely did it around 5 stars, depending on the one you get, that is. Mind you, I don't know everything about all these 5 stars. I do know a little bit and have some knowledge on team building, though. So take every piece of advice I'm giving you with a grain of salt. So let's say for instance, you already see the team I'm building. I already literally told you the team build. If you get any of these 3 characters, now with her, you could put her on a bunch of different teams, and so you can with King. You can do the same with King. With all of them, you could put them on different teams, but these 3 rocking together are the best teams for each of themselves. I'm pretty sure in saying, I'm confident in saying that, but like I said, take what I said with a grain of salt. But let's say you got her, a defensive character. Now I'm pretty sure she completely shreds shield, being a A-tier shatterer, right? I'm pretty sure in saying she completely shreds shield. Now, since you did get her, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't also just go for other shield characters, right? Let's say you got her, and then you get your 5-star character selection ticket thing, right? Now either you could get you a healer, Nemesis. I don't know if I'm pretty sure in saying Coco is good. She's the one who got heavily debuffed. I'm pretty sure in saying no one wants to get her. She has been insanely debuffed from what I've been hearing, in a crazy amount at that. But let's say you did get her, I don't see why it'd be a bad idea for you to go for her, Coco, and then maybe Samira. I feel like that'd be a perfect 3. This is for the people who want to have diverse lineups, right? We already saw the buff. Let's say you did get those. Didn't mean to open that. Let's say you did get those. Now we know that the buff you get from having those 3 is equivalent to 1 type of any weapon. You reduce damage by 5%, and your healing effect is shatter and healing is increased by 20%. So basically, you get 20% more damage against shields. You break shields a little bit faster, and you heal a little bit more. And then when you're in co-op with people, you get damage reduction by 20%. Balanced isn't bad. Balance isn't a bad resonance to have by any degree. It just depends on what characters you have in the, as your team to get this resonance. And even then, no character in this game is bad. Every character is somewhat usable. But from what I'm advising, right? Let's say you do, mind you, this is all on you. You can pick whatever you want. I'm just saying what I think would be the best. Let's say you get a tank 5-star off of a summon. I would then say go for another one like her right here, because she also is a tank, but she's ice. She's a different element, so you can still break stuff in the open world and not having to swap constantly. You know what I mean? But yeah, I would feel like it would be the best bet for you to go here, and then maybe 0 as a healer. Or if you want a lightning healer, Nemesis would go really good here. Boom, Nemesis. And or just the lightning healer down here. Either way, you would go 2 characters, 2 types of, let's say you went for any 2 types of resonance, you would always have a healer on your team. I'm pretty sure in saying it wouldn't be best, but there's no downside to have, you can't name a downside to having a healer. Any DPS buff you would get stops at 2. Any tank buff you would get stops at 2. Any healer buff you get would stop at 2. So after having 2 of already 1 type of extremely good class, there's no point in having a third. Like having 2 tanks and then a DPS, mind you, that's not bad because you still get crazy shield. You already break shields at a dumb rate, and you get damage reduction. It's not a bad idea, but I still feel like healers are really good. I feel like healers they're not needed, obviously, but this is just a peek into the way team building works. There's a lot of ways you can mix and match these characters, and like I said, 2 tanks and a DPS isn't even that bad. You break shields at a crazy rate, you get damage reduction, and all of that just multiplies when you're in multiplayer. So that pretty much does it for this video. I'm pretty sure I'm saying, because just go off your team building basically what I'm trying to say is go off your team building off the first 5-star you get. You'd be better off spending your time synergizing your entire team around the first 5-star you can get, other than waiting and trying to build it around something you don't have. It'd be much better for your time and your resources to pick a character that you get, good or bad, obviously not as cap, but if they're good enough and you can deal with it, build your team around them. If they're a 5-star, see what you can do with those. I will do a full-fledged team building video later on this week, but I don't have enough knowledge about all these characters to do that now. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like, subscribe. I do stream over at twitch.tv/ShitBuckit. We're going to be streaming today. Possibly when this video is up, I'm going to be streaming, so check that out for me. And thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe. See y'all next time.